This is Tom Flathers speaking to Sarah Page, former Birmingham University first hockey captain, two-time Bucks champion and Youth Olympic gold medalist 2009. Bucks gold last year, how amazing was that, especially because you lost the previous year in the final?
Amazing. Obviously it's the main thing for university sport, like to win Bucks, to win Booster, as it used to be called.
Yeah.
And in my first year, so when I was a fresher, we got to Booster finals and we should have won. I don't know why we lost, but we did we did lose. So then last year it was so good. Again, we were favourites to win, but it was nice that we were able to actually play well as a team and actually come away with the Booster gold, which is so good. And also you can rub it in everyone else's faces.
And have all those euphoric scenes at the end. It's pretty special to be a part of, I guess.
Oh yeah, a great, an unbelievable feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know, until you've experienced it, you can't really say how good it is. But it was incredible.
Yeah.
Really good.
How do you think playing in the England Hockey League on Saturday and Sunday has, been important for your own development, and how much do you enjoy being able to play at that top level?
Oh yeah, in my first year when we were in the league below, we literally would just dominate everyone. We'd win silly scores, 12-0 almost. And as good as that is, it gets to the stage where we're a bit right, I would quite like some really good competitive matches.
Yeah.
So obviously playing in the Premier League last year and this year, it's been really good. We've had some really good matches, and we started off everyone thinking that we thought that we'd just get absolutely annihilated both of them, but then we actually realised that we were quite good, so it was brilliant. And we were having really good games against people, and they're the best ones to win. A few weeks ago we played Reading, who won. Finished in the top 3 last year, and really good game. 2-2 pretty much up until the last 5-10 minutes, and then we scored. And that's the best games they're playing. On paper they should beat us, but then I don't know. It's moments like that when you're just it's so it's so much better.
What do you put that success down to? Because as you've said, that you were slaughtering the teams in the other leagues, so that's obviously something.
We are I think we forget that we are a really good team and stuff, but because we weren't in the Premier League before, we were a bit when you going in we're university students, we're the first uni side to be in it.
Yeah.
And obviously most other teams have quite big dogs in the sense that they've got a lot of England key England players and stuff, whereas we just have Susie, whereas a lot of the others have 3 or 4 or 5 or even 8 or 9 of them, so we were a bit when we started. And I think at the beginning why we did so well was because we kind of no one really, I think everyone underestimated us quite a lot, and then the second half of the season we found more difficult because everyone realised that they couldn't just walk all over us. So therefore this season we're we know that everyone wants to beat us, and everyone seems to hate us because we're uni students, they hate the fact that youngsters are running around and beating them. They hate that, they hate the whole uni culture and stuff. So that makes it makes you want to win even more, just to prove everyone else wrong. But we work really hard, we train hard, we have, I think it's just, we have fun as well. It's not too serious, we don't take ourselves too seriously, otherwise we'll no one will enjoy it. We play the best when we're having fun, we're enjoying ourselves and we're winning. So
you do have a fantastic group of young players.
Oh God, really experienced. We've got so many youngsters coming through who through the under 16, under 18, under 21 age groups and things. And I think it's almost better that we've got youngsters coming through as opposed to older, really key important players. And obviously it's important to have to have experience, and we've got that through the older players that we have. But it's almost you've got especially with some teams, they've got some of the old big dog England players who are a bit kind of set in their way a bit, whereas I think what we have is much better. We're much more, I don't know, we do what we want as opposed to being regimented into what we do.
How much do you enjoy playing the Birmingham team? Every game I go to, there seems to be such desire across every player. I guess that's because you're so young as well, and you kind of.
Oh yeah, well I love playing for Birmingham. All my friends, it's all your friends. You're playing with all your friends, so I don't see why you wouldn't enjoy playing that. And the thing is on playing with your friends, if you're losing, you all want to come together and win. You want to win together. You don't just do it for yourself. You do it for everyone else. So that's, I don't know, maybe it makes it a bit more special, especially because, like, you know, I know other people in other teams, and there's always a bit of like friction and stuff. Like in our team, like we literally don't have that at all. Like we're just like a bunch, you know, we're just all don't take ourselves too seriously, and it's just quite fun. It's just a good
living
laugh.
together all the time, living the hockey life together.
Yeah, no, definitely. We train so much anyway. We see so much of each other. Everyone knows everything about anyone. So yeah, it's just fun.
Brilliant environment to play in.
Yeah, definitely.
Are there any players, not that you love playing with necessarily, but you feel you have played with maybe for a bit longer, or you feel that you have more of a kind of a bond with?
Well, it's amazing playing with someone like Susie Gilbert. Obviously, like she's just been to the Commonwealth Games, so like she's got so much experience and she knows so like she just is just really like I don't know what the word is. I actually don't know what the word is.
Good.
Yeah.
So
good. But like she's quite an inspirational player because like she's obviously her skills are amazing, and then it's like and it almost just like helps you play, like you know what she's gonna do and stuff. And like, I played with Susie for like many years through when I did like under 16, under 18, under 21 and stuff. So I played with Susie. Like, I've been in the same team with Susie for like years and years and years. And similarly with Sophie as well. Like again, been the same team as her for ages. Like you know what's going on in her head. Like you can work off each other. It just makes things a bit like you know a bit more easier as such, as opposed to like you're going somewhere and then you think they're going to go there and then the ball at like which can sometimes be a bit of a nightmare. But no, I reckon those two.
Dropping back to you a bit more in particular, and you outside Birmingham a bit more, Youth Olympics, gold in Australia.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, I mean, when I read that, I couldn't believe it. That's an incredible achievement. And describe what it was like to go to Australia, what it was like to, I know it's difficult, but what it's like to win gold.
It was an amazing experience to go out there. And I managed to get to do it twice, but I got to go the 2 years before as well. Like it was just incredible. Like you basically, obviously it's like a mini Olympics. It's the first time. So like I've done tournaments, but like it's just hockey. Whereas it's quite nice to have influences like other sports and stuff around. Like you get to go to like an opening ceremony, which is pretty cool. Like it's pretty cool when you're like I don't know 18, I think, or 18, 19, which I was. And yeah, like going to Australia, playing, like we played in this big stadium. Like it's just pretty cool. Like you're just there, like oh yeah, it's amazing. And obviously playing in somewhere like Australia, like again, like it's not like you're playing in England, is it? Like you're going somewhere different. And like just the whole experience, like you go there and there's like it is quite big there, so there's a lot of like media attention and stuff like that there. So I don't know. Yeah, it was just pretty cool, to be honest.
And you say it's been the best time of your. It's difficult to say, I guess, with playing.
Yeah, well, it's obviously like it's different experiences, but like definitely for like going abroad and doing well as a team, like really fun. Like yeah, definitely.
I've listened to you a couple of times, and you've said that you're kind of putting the senior squad thing on hold this year for your studies, but you have played for the senior squad. What are your ambitions? You know, you want to play for England when you're older?
It's hard. So yeah, I've had 2 international caps. And then unfortunately one time I was meant to and then was ill when I was in Ireland, which was a bit of a shame. And I've played like indoor for the senior team a couple of years ago, which was pretty cool, to be fair. With regarding senior stuff at the moment, like I've put it on hold at the moment. Like I want to focus on like my uni degree, having a good time as well. Because at the moment it's all pretty intense that they do like their training like pretty much every single like obviously like 3 times every day. And then having to not be in Birmingham, be down in Bisham. And I think if I did that, then I would lose the fun that I have in Birmingham, like here. So at the moment, I've put it on hold. But I don't know, like, I'd never say that I would never go back to it.
Yeah.
But just for the moment, I'm just gonna take things like I don't know, just take things as it is and trying to
enjoy your life.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like yeah, exactly. And I'm enjoying it at the moment, so I don't feel the need that I want to necessarily get it changed, and like it works for some people, but for me it just wouldn't work.
Because of course Susie does that, doesn't she?
Yeah, Susie does it, and like she enjoys it. She's down in Bisham, she's up in Birmingham. She still manages to get her work done, which I just don't understand how she does. But I know for me, like I wouldn't enjoy being in that environment the whole time. like it's a really competitive environment to be in like the whole time. I don't know. It's just not for me at the moment.
Yeah.
But like I said, I might go back. I don't know.
But do you ever get frustrated that hockey is, as you put it, a minority sport in the country as a whole, rather than for Premier League?
Yeah, I don't think I get frustrated because you kind of like you've grown up with it, you kind of come to terms with it. I just think it is a shame, and if you compare it to a sport like football, it's ridiculous the difference. Like even like football at school would probably get more people watching than say a Premier League game here, because in theory we're almost the same as like the Man United, like Arsenal of the football world, whereas you would never think that if you came down and watched us at a weekend. But I don't know, like it would be nice that you need more money obviously put into the sport and things. It's a harder sport to kind of capture on film, I think, because obviously it's a lot quicker, like the ball's a lot smaller and things, and obviously people don't know the rules as much. But they think like if you get a good game of hockey, like it's so much better than a game of football. Like I don't know, it's just a shame. And I think if people gave it the chance, then maybe, I don't know, it might come up like if people came down and watched, saw a good game, they might be like, oh, that's quite like, do you know what I mean? So,
No.
But I wouldn't say I was frustrated because I've kind of got used to it now. But it's like I think it's a massive shame and it's a massive like wasted opportunity.
Thank you very much to Sarah Page for speaking to us today, one of the true legends of Birmingham University sport.